Good evening, children. This is Satish sir. In this session, I am going to explain the most important chapter in physics, that is what electric current, all definitions, important questions, Ohm's law, verification, what is Ohm's law, experiment, then after what are ohmic conductors, non-ohmic conductors, what are the failures of Ohm's law, how to overcome this Ohm's law, how Gustav Kirchhoff proposed two laws to overcome the defects of Ohm's law. All these things we will discuss in this session. Already individual videos I uploaded in my YouTube channel, that is Physics for All, Parvatam Satish Kumar. In this session, complete chapter, total chapter I am going to upload once again from basics onwards. You watch this video properly. The chapter name is electric current. This is 9th chapter, electric current. See children, first of all, what is mean by current? It is a physical quantity denoted by I. Physical quantity means physically we can measure. Which is measurable, that is physical quantity. Which is not measurable, that is not a physical quantity. Example, leaves. Tree has thousands of leaves, we can count it. Whether it may be difficult, we can count it. So it is a physical quantity. It has some number. It has some numerical value. So it is a physical quantity. The length, depth, height, width, these are all we can measure. Area, time, these are all we can measure. These are all physical quantities which we cannot measure. Example, expansion of the universe, sky, these are all we cannot measure. So it is not a physical quantity. Physical quantity means which is measurable. Here what is meant by current? Current is a physical quantity and it is denoted by I. Current is nothing but a rate of charge. Charge by time. Charge with respect to time is called nothing but a current. Charge is denoted by Q, time is denoted by T. Charge by time is called current. Now the rate of, this is called rate of flow of charge. Rate of means in denominator you have to compare with time. Denominator must be time. Numerator charge. Sir, again you are saying charge. What is mean by charge? Charge is nothing but a flow of electrons. Electron flow is called nothing but charge. Charge is nothing but flow of electrons. N means number of electrons. Plus or minus number of electrons. What is mean by plus or minus number of electrons? Plus and charges are two types. One is positive charge, one is a negative charge. Positive charge means where more number of electrons are present. Where positive charge means, let us consider this is a conductor. This is A terminal, this is B terminal. Let us consider at A terminal 3 electrons are present, B terminal 6 electrons are present. Where more number of electrons are present, that is called negative charge. Where less number of electrons are present is called positive charge. At which terminal more number of electrons are present, that is called negative charge. At which terminal less number of electrons are present, that is called positive charge. Sir, why like that? Why more number of electrons are present, that is negative? Why less number of electrons are present, that is positive? Because electron is a negative charged particle. Electron has which charge? Negative charge. What is the charge of the electron? 1.602 into 10 power minus 19 coulomb. This is what? Negative charge. Proton charge is also almost equal, but the sign is different. Proton charge is plus 1.602 into 10 power minus 19 coulomb. Electron charge is just opposite to the charge of electron. Electron charge is just opposite to the charge of proton. So proton and electron charges are equal but opposite sign. So observe carefully children, this is a conductor, this is any metal. Here less number of electrons are present, positive charge. Where more number of electrons are present, negative charge. So the difference in these electrons is called nothing but potential difference, that we will see later. Charge is nothing but flow of electrons by time. This is the formula to find the flow of current. Once again I am repeating, current is a physical quantity denoted by I. Current is nothing but rate of flow of charge, charge by time. Charge is Q, time is T, Q by T. Current charge is nothing but flow of electrons, plus or minus Ne. N means number of electrons. N means number of electrons. Plus means less number of electrons, minus means more number of electrons. Where less number of electrons are present, that is called positive charge. Where more number of electrons are present is called negative charge. For the flow of current, two charges are required. If both charges are present, then only current flows. If one charge is present, current do not flow. Remember children, positive charge is also called male charge. Female, this is called female charge. Whenever both charges, male and female, are present, then only current exists, like human being only. So, how can we identify whether it is a positive charge or negative charge? If you put tester in 2-pin plug, where current flows, that is called negative charge. Where current do not flow, that is called positive charge. If both charges are present, then only current flows. Remember children, important. Current is a, sir, whether current is a scalar quantity or vector quantity? Remember children, current is a scalar quantity. Sir, why current is a scalar quantity? Current has both magnitude. Current is measured in amperes. Current has magnitude. Current we can measure in 5 ampere, 4 ampere, 20 ampere, like that. And current has direction also. Current always flows from higher potential to lower potential. That is battery positive terminal to negative terminal. Even though you are saying current is a scalar quantity, how can you justify your answer? See children, current is definitely a scalar quantity. Up to 10th class, you read that only if any physical quantity having magnitude and direction, then we are saying it is a vector quantity. But it is not 100% true. All the time it is not true. Why? Because these two things, magnitude and direction, these two things are not at all sufficient to say any physical quantity is a vector. To say any physical quantity vector, in addition to these two features, one is direction and magnitude. In addition to these two, we have to prove that it also obeys vector additional law. That is what vector parallelogram law. If these three conditions are satisfied, then only we can say it is a vector quantity. Till here, understand children? Any doubts? Any doubts you can write in comment section. I will clarify in next video. Once again, current is denoted by, current is rate of flow of charge. Charge is nothing but Q by time, Q by T. Q is nothing but charge. Charge is nothing but flow of electrons. N is formula Ne. N means number of electrons. So plus or minus Ne. Plus Ne means positive, plus Ne means positive charge, minus Ne means negative charge. In a conductor, both positive and negative charges are present, then only current flows. Understand children? Right. Next. See children, sir, how to measure the current? To measure the current, see children, this is what one bulb. Bulb generally we call it as consumer. These two terminals of the bulbs I connected to a battery, plug key and ammeter. This is positive terminal, this is negative terminal. Current always flows from battery higher potential to lower potential, that is battery positive terminal to negative terminal. Whenever current flows, automatically the bulb glows, no doubt. How many amperes of current is flowing? You can measure with the help of ammeter. Sometimes you can use galvanometer also. Galvanometer also measures current. Ammeter also measures current. So then what is the use of two instruments to measure the current? One is galvanometer, one is ammeter. Why two instruments are required to measure the current? Yes children, galvanometer measures small currents, milliampere, measures current in milliamperes. Example, lemon produce small amount of current. Dung produce small amount of current. So, this kind of small magnitude of current can be measured with the help of galvanometer. Suppose in our household consumption, very big magnitudes of current, 5 ampere, 10 ampere, 15 ampere, 20 ampere, this cannot be measured by the galvanometer. To measure high magnitude of current, we use ammeter. Ammeter measures current in amperes. This is what measures in amperes, this is measured in milliampere. Galvanometer measures current in milliampere, whereas ammeter measures current in amperes. Take one snapshot. Okay children, next, sir, how to connect these two? These two must be connected in series in the circuit. These two must be connected in series in the circuit. What is meant by series? Series means very simple. First one positive terminal, next one negative terminal, next one positive, next one negative, next one positive, next one negative, next positive, next negative, one positive, one negative, one positive, one negative, like this. First one second terminal, second one first, second one second, third one first, third one second, fourth one first. If you connect like this is called series connection. Example, in marriage, in function also we use series bulbs, red color, green color, zero bulbs we use in series connection. Series bulbs means first bulb second terminal is connected to second bulb first terminal, second bulb second terminal, third bulb first terminal, so on. This kind of connection is called series connection. That series connection, parallel connection, we will see later. Galvanometer measures current in milliampere, ammeter measures current in ampere. These two instruments must be connected in series in the circuit so that we can measure current very effectively. Sir, what happens if you connect ammeter in the place of galvanometer? Ammeter measures very big amperes of current, so accurate reading you may not get. You may not get values more accurately. Suppose if you want to measure 0.01 amperes of current, but ammeter cannot show 0.01 amperes of current. It shows from 1 ampere. It starts from 1 ampere. So 1 ampere, 2 ampere, 3 amperes current it can show. But 0.01, 0.001, very small magnitude of current cannot be determined by the galvanometer. So galvanometer is used to measure small amount of current, whereas ammeter measures big magnitude of current. Understand, children? Sir, where small magnitudes of current? Human body also provides small magnitude of current. Without current, our heart, liver, lungs and do not function. So small magnitudes of current also provided in each and every living organism. Not only living organism, in dung, vegetables or dung, these are all decomposed gobar gas. Gobar gas also produce some amount of current. This small magnitude of current can be measured with the help of a galvanometer, whereas ammeter measures very large magnitude of current. Example, we are using bulbs, fans. These are all, if you connect ammeter, you can read, you can measure how much current is going in the circuit. Right. Now, observe, children. Sir, you said current is a scalar quantity. How can you say the current is a scalar quantity? See, children, this is one wire, this is another wire. Here 3 amperes of current is going, this is 5 amperes of current is going in this wire. First wire 3 ampere current is going, second wire 5 ampere is current going. What is the net current flow in the third wire? Directly you can say 8 ampere, right? No doubt, children. This is 3 ampere, this is 5 ampere, directly 3 plus 5, 8. But you are not considering the angle between these two. This theta we are not considering. Sir, if you did not consider theta, what will happen? See, children, this is direction of current, this is direction of current. Arrow mark indicates direction. This is magnitude 3 ampere, 5 ampere. This is what, whenever these two are added, 8 ampere. But if you did not consider vector laws or do not obey, in vector laws you cannot add 3 plus 5 is equal to 8. Numbers 3 rupees plus 5 rupees is equal to 8 rupees, we can add directly. But in vector system, 3 units, 3i, 5i, you cannot add in a 2i plus 3j. These two are in different directions. Directions we are not considering, angle we are not considering. So it is not a vector quantity, it is a scalar quantity because it has magnitude. 5 ampere magnitude, 3 ampere magnitude. It has magnitude, it has direction. It has direction, even though it is a scalar quantity, because it do not obey vector parallelogram law. What is vector parallelogram law? You see in YouTube channel vectors, you type vectors, vector parallelogram law you watch. Simply I will tell you, if these two are vector, this is A vector, this is B vector, these two are sides of the parallelogram. If you extend B like this, parallel shift if you do, this is B vector, this is A vector. A vector you can shift like this, parallel shift, B vector parallel shift, then the resultant will be the diagonal of these two. This resultant is equal to, what is the formula? Under root A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. This is vector parallelogram law. Theta is the angle between A and B. This law do not obey by the current, hence we cannot say this law do not obey by the current, hence vector parallelogram law do not obey, hence current is a scalar quantity. Important, children. So one more terminology is there. Instead of scalar quantity, you can call it as a tensor also. Tensor quantity. Tensor means which has both direction, magnitude, but do not obey parallelogram law. One more physical quantity is also there like this, that is called pressure. Pressure also having same scenario, it has direction, it has magnitude, but it do not obey parallelogram law. Hence pressure is also scalar quantity or tensor quantity. Remember, these two physical quantities are repeated all the time, and one more physical quantity also comes in rotational motion, that comes in 11th class, that we will see later. These two remember, pressure and current. Current is a scalar quantity. Once again, brief idea about current. Current is a physical quantity denoted by I. Current is a rate of flow of charge. Formula charge by time, that is equal to Q by T. Q is charge. Charge is nothing but flow of electrons. Charges are two types, positive charge and negative charge. Positive charge means in a conductor, let us consider this is a conductor. Here less number of electrons are present, here more number of electrons are present. Where more number of electrons are present, that is negative charge. Where less number of electrons are present is called positive charge. Understand, children? So charge is nothing but a flow of electrons. Current is a scalar quantity. Why? Because current do not obey parallelogram law. Hence current is a scalar quantity. We can call it as a tensor quantity also. Why? Because current do not obey vector parallelogram law. What is vector parallelogram law? If two vectors are the sides of the parallelogram, then the resultant is the diagonal of this parallelogram. That resultant is equal to a square, first vector square, plus second vector square, plus 2ab cos theta. Theta is the angle between these two vectors. This law do not obey by the current, hence current is a scalar quantity. Understand, children? Next. Current, charge, these two are completed. Next, very important concept, potential difference. What is meant by potential? Potential is denoted by V. Why V, sir? Potential. Why potential is denoted by V? The term potential was introduced by Volt, scientist Volt. First battery, dry battery was invented by Volt based on his Volta. Based on his name, the unit of potential or symbol of potential is denoted by V. Why? Because the potential concept, dry cell, was invented by Volt. Hence, based on his name, it is denoted by V and unit is also Volt. What is meant by potential? Observe, children. Here, this is what consumer, one bulb. Generally, consumer, you can take fan, bulb, whatever you want, you can take. These two terminals of the bulb I connected to the battery. Battery, this is positive terminal, this is negative terminal. What is there inside the battery? Some chemical. What is that chemical? That depends. Different batteries having different chemicals. Generally in dry battery, coal powder, manganese dioxide, sulfuric acid, this paste will be present inside the battery. This is what chemical. This chemical is providing some energy. What is that energy? This is a conducting wire, any copper wire. Any conductor wire consists of 10 power 27 free electrons per cubic meter. Already we saw. So many electrons, huge number of electrons are present in any conductor. These electrons are pushed from one terminal to the consumer. Here, this, what is the function of this battery? If you did not connect the battery, bulb do not glow. Whenever the two terminals of the wire connected to the battery, then only bulb glows. Why the bulb is glowing? That means here battery is doing some chemical work. This battery is functioning something. This battery is doing some work. What is that work? The work done by the cell to bring one unit positive charge. Charge is nothing but what? Positive charge. Charge is nothing but number of electrons. One electron charge is Q is equal to Ne. Ne means N is number of one. Let us consider 1 million. 1 million means 10 lakhs. Electron means 1.602 into 10 power minus 19 coulomb. This is what? A charge of 1 million electrons. Like that, the work done by the cell to bring one unit. One unit means it is fixed. It may be something. It may be 1 million, it may be 2 million, it may be 1 crore. Let it be. The work done by the chemical energy to bring one unit positive charge from one point to the consumer. So it brings one unit positive charge from here to here. This is called nothing but potential. Potential is denoted by V. V is equal to W by Q. The formula, work done by the cell by unit positive charge. Unit positive charge. Important children, potential unit is also volt. Potential unit volt. To measure the potential difference, we use what instrument? Potential difference we measured with a voltmeter. Voltmeter is used to measure PD. Potential we cannot measure. Potential we cannot measure. Remember children, very important. Potential is just a physical quantity. Potential is, for our understanding, what we are saying, sir, can you show potential? We cannot show. Potential difference we can measure, but potential you cannot measure. What is your potential? Example, you are writing IIT JEE mains. How can the government decides your abilities, your potential? Only alone if you alone write the exam, you cannot say who is capable. If out of 5 lakh or 10 lakh students, if you got 10th rank or 5th rank, then your ability, that means potential difference, the potential difference between remaining children and you can be decided by the government. Based on the potential difference, you will be selected in IIT JEE. Similar manner, potential we cannot measure, potential difference can be measured. In a classroom, example, 60 students are there. You got first rank. That means your potential is high than remaining for 59 students. Potential difference can be measured, but potential cannot be measured. Here also same, potential of the system cannot be measured. Potential difference can be measured. This potential difference can be measured with the help of voltmeter. This is what voltmeter. Voltmeter is always connected in parallel. Parallel means between two ends of the consumer or between two ends of the battery. Always it must be connected between two ends of the consumer. Sir, why only it is connected in between the two terminals of the consumer or in two terminals of the battery? Why? Because let us consider here number of electrons are 6. Here number of electrons are 3. Example I am saying children. Here 3, here 6. What is the difference between these three? 6 minus 3, 3. That means here it shows 3 volt. That means the difference between potential can be measured. If you connect voltmeter like this, it cannot measure, it flow just measures the flow of electrons. Electrons measured by ammeter, not by the voltmeter. The difference between the potential difference between two ends can be measured with the help of voltmeter. So voltmeter must be connected in parallel in the circuit. Remember children, most important, lifelong you remember only one instrument in total physics. If you go to engineering or if you go to EEE engineering, whatever the branch you take, whether it may be EEE or ECE or mechanical, whatever the circuit, voltmeter must be connected in parallel, not in a series. Why? Because series only one side, positive to negative electron flow takes place. Hence, we cannot measure the difference between the potential. To measure the potential difference, we have to connect the instrument only in parallel circuit. Voltmeter must be connected in parallel circuit. Once again I am repeating, potential, it is a physical quantity denoted by V. Definition is very simple. The work done by the chemical energy to bring 1 unit positive charge from infinity to the consumer. This is what consumer. This chemical energy, some positive charge is there somewhere else inside the battery. That is infinity. We cannot measure where it is. We cannot show. Why? Because it is a minute particles. Current we cannot show. Current is a physical quantity. Just we can feel it. If you touch it, we get electric shock. That is our feel. We can feel it. But we cannot show it. So the work done by the cell to bring 1 unit positive charge from infinity to the consumer is called potential. Potential we cannot measure. Potential difference can be measured. Potential difference can be measured with the help of voltmeter. Voltmeter must be connected in parallel in the circuit. Understand children? This is what parallel connection. This is consumer, this is battery. Battery provides some chemical energy from infinity to the consumer. This is what voltmeter. Voltmeter must be connected in parallel. Take one snapshot. Understand children? Next. Next topic is also very important, resistance. denoted by R. Who has resistance? Human body is also having some resistance. What is meant by resistance? Resistance means nothing but immunity power. We are taking COVID vaccines now. What COVID vaccine will do? Our immunity increases. That means our body resistance increases. Resistance means opposing the virus. Human body opposes the virus up to some extent. If you take that vaccine, the opposition may increases. Our resistance of the body increases. That means virus do not enter into our body. Even though it enters into our body, it will be not that much harmful. Here also, what is meant by electric resistance? What is meant by electric resistance? See children, same example I am taking. This is what consumer bulb. This is one terminal, this is second terminal. Generally bulb is made up of, bulb filament is made up of tungsten. The Latin name is wolfram. This tungsten is wolfram, W, tungsten. It is made up of tungsten. Its melting point is 3422 degrees centigrade. High melting point. That means it can bear high temperature also. Hence it is made up of a tungsten filament. Whenever these two terminals are connected to the battery, what will happen? Observe carefully children. When electron flow from higher potential to lower potential, this tungsten filament opposes. It stops the flow of electrons. What happens inside the bulb? This tungsten filament stops the flow of electrons. Stop there. It do not allow these electrons into the filament. So that whenever it do not allow, what will happen? All these electrons rapidly collide each other inside the tungsten filament. Inside the tungsten element, all these electrons will collide each other, so that it converts into heat energy. Whenever this converts into heat energy, inside inert gases will be present. These inert gases immediately blink up, so that it gives some lighting. Because of inert gases, this heat energy, first of all, what is happening? It converts mechanical energy. Electrons are moving from here to here, means mechanical energy. Mechanical energy converts into heat energy. Heat energy is converted by the filament. This heat energy converts into light energy by the inert gases. This is called law of conservation of energy. First, mechanical energy. Electrons are pushing by the battery. Chemical energy is converting into mechanical energy. Mechanical energy converting into heat energy. Heat energy converts into light energy. Why light energy? Because of inert gases present inside the bulb. These inert gases converts heat energy of the tungsten filament into light energy, so that immediately the light blinks up. So the light glows. So it gives lighting. Who invented the bulb? Bulb was invented by Thomas Alva Edison, very famous scientist. Thomas Alva Edison nearly failed 400 times in invention of bulb, because he did not fill the inert gases. So that whenever it is instead of inert gas, if air is present, air is immediately interact with the tungsten filament, so that the bulb fails. So that nearly 400 times he failed in the invention. At last he succeeded by placing inert gases in place of air, so that inert gases do not contaminate, inert gas do not contact with the tungsten filament, so that bulb will not be harmful. Bulb lifespan increases when you fill with inert gases. This is the scenario of resistance. Resistance means nothing but opposition of free electrons. Opposition of free flow of electrons. Opposition of free flow of electrons is called resistance. Resistance we can measure with the help of V by I. V means voltmeter reading, I means ammeter reading. If you measure this ratio, ammeter measures current, voltmeter measures potential difference. If you divide these two readings, VMR voltmeter reading by I means AMR ammeter reading, V by I, directly you will get resistance. Remember children, if you want resistance directly, you can measure simply any circuit you take. This is the circuit. Measure the flow of current, ammeter reading and voltmeter reading, measure, find the ratio V by I. V by I ratio gives the resistance of the tungsten filament. How do you get this resistance? Simple. Voltmeter reading, ammeter reading, note down, just divide it. If you divide these two, you will get the resistance of the tungsten filament. Understand children? So this is the symbol of resistance. Resistance term used by ohm. So unit of resistance is ohm. Unit is ohm. symbol is omega. This is the symbol of ohm. This is the resistance is denoted by this symbol. Unit of resistance is ohm. Ohm is a scientist. His actual name is Siemens Ohm. Siemens Ohm gave the relation between current and potential difference. So the current and potential difference and current, this ratio gives the resistance. So based on Ohm's name, it is the unit of resistance is given as ohm. Ohm is the unit of resistance. So we saw current, we saw charge, we saw potential difference, resistance. Resistance is denoted by R. Resistance is measured with the help of voltmeter and ammeter. If you find the ratio of voltmeter and reading and ammeter reading, we get resistance. Sir, is there any direct instrument to measure the resistance? One more instrument is also developed by scientists, that is ohm meter. Ohm meter is an instrument. Directly with the help of ohm meter you can find the resistance directly, but better you go voltmeter reading and ammeter reading. Number of times you can increase the potential difference, you can increase the current by increasing or decreasing the potential difference and current. In various situations you can measure the resistance of the conductor. With the help of ohm meter directly you can measure the current. This is also one of the best instrument, simple instrument, but directly you can find. In different scenarios you cannot find it. In different scenarios, if you suppose the resistance of ohm meter, this resistance of the bulb is 20 ohm. Suppose if you increase one more battery, then directly you cannot measure. It shows the reading, but what will be the voltmeter reading and ammeter reading, you don't know. So if battery increases, potential difference and current also varies. If you divide these two, you will get the resistance, exact resistance. This is also you can use, but better in experiments we use these two, voltmeter and ammeter reading. You have to find the ratio. If you find the ratio, you will get the resistance of the tungsten filament. Understand, children? So take one snapshot, this one also. Once again, short notes. Resistance is nothing but denoted by R. It is a physical quantity. Unit is ohm. Symbol is this saw, like looking like saw blade. If you want resistance, find the ratio of voltmeter reading and ammeter reading. It is directly instrument. Direct instrument you can measure with the help of ohm meter. This is also connected in series. Only voltmeter must be connected in parallel. In entire physics, only voltmeter is connected in parallel. Remaining all instruments must be connected in series. This is what tungsten filament made up of. Its melting point is 3422 degrees centigrade. The opposition of free flow of electrons is called resistance. Resistance means obstruction or opposition of free flow of electrons. Please note down, children. Now, to measure the current, observe children, to measure the current we have two instruments. One is ammeter, one is galvanometer. To measure the potential difference we have voltmeter. Voltmeter must be connected in parallel. To measure the resistance we have one more instrument, that is what ohm meter. This is what ohm meter. These many instruments are there. If you want at a time, if you want to measure current, potential difference, ammeter, these many instruments connecting these many instruments in the circuit is very difficult. At a time, if you want to measure current, if you want to measure potential difference, if you want to measure resistance, that means observe once. This is what one bulb. I want to measure the resistance of the bulb. These are two terminals. These two terminals are connected to a battery, plug key, ammeter. Ammeter measures current, potential voltmeter measures potential difference. I want to measure the resistance, so I have to connect ohm meter. These many instruments connecting is very difficult now. So that scientists developed one more instrument, simple instrument, that is called multimeter. Multimeter is an instrument used to measure current, potential difference, resistance at a time in a single device. Multimeter is an instrument. Multimeter is an instrument used to measure current, potential difference, and resistance at a time. That means it acts as an ammeter, it acts as a galvanometer, it acts as a voltmeter, it acts as a ohm meter. Four instruments are developed in a single instrument, that is called multimeter. How multimeter looks like, what is the advantage of multimeter, how many parts are present, what is the advantage of each part, how each part is useful. See, generally multimeter looks like this. You can observe in any repairing centers in TV shops, mobile repairing centers, you can see this multimeter. Multimeter, the upper part is a display. This is called a display. It can display all numbers including a fraction of numbers 0.008. Most accurate numbers can be calculated with the help of display. This is called digital multimeter is also 0.008. This is called display. All numbers can be displayed. Most accurate numbers can be displayed on the screen. This is what display. Second one, selection knob. This is what selection knob. One button will be present. This is what selection knob. In the selection knob, selection knob. This selection knob consists of 4 parts. Right side, first half part it acts as ammeter. Next half part it acts as galvanometer. Remaining part one is voltmeter. This one resistance. That means here 100 ohm, 200 ohm, 300 ohm. Like this, it is measured in ohms. It is measured in amperes. 1 ampere, 10 ampere, 20 ampere. Like this in amperes. This is in milliamperes. Potential difference in volts. Like this, it will be measured. All numbers will be present on the selection knob. If arrow mark, if you select on A, it acts as ammeter. If arrow mark is placed on G, it acts as a galvanometer. If arrow mark is placed on V, it acts as a voltmeter. If arrow mark is placed on R, it acts as a resistance, ohm meter. That means 4 instruments you can use at a time with the help of multimeter simply by placing the arrow mark of the selection knob on the desired instrument. If you want voltmeter, simply arrow mark must be placed on the voltmeter. At the bottom, 2 more buttons are present, one red color, one black color wires, one black color wire, one red color wire. One is called common port. Generally, red color wire is present COM. COM means common port. Here MAV omega. It will be written as MAV omega. M means milliampere, A means ampere, V means potential difference, ohm means resistance. M means milliampere. MAV omega. Just I zoomed this. M means milliampere. That means it acts as a galvanometer. A means ammeter. Ammeter means measures in amperes. V means voltmeter, measures PD. Ohm means ohmmeter. Ohmmeter means it measures resistance. That means 4 instruments can be measured in a single instrument. Generally, black color wire is black color port. These are called ports. Ports. P-O-R-T-S. Ports. Ports means the 2 buttons, one red color wire, one black color wire will be inserted in these 2 holes. These 2 holes are called ports. One port is common. Common port can be placed anywhere in the circuit. And MAV omega, right color wire, one more wire, black color wire, you can place at a different instruments, and we can check whether which instrument is not working properly. Suppose TV is not working properly, then you can say which IC is gone, which diode is not working properly. Suppose TV remote is not working, cell phone is not working, which instrument is not working properly, whether the current is flowing or not, all those things can be checked with the help of multimeter. This is the brief introduction of multimeter. Multimeter mainly consists of 3 parts: display, selection knob, and ports. Display can display all numbers including of integers. Most accurate values can be displayed by the screen. Number 2, selection knob. Selection knob is used to select the desired instrument like ammeter, galvanometer, and ohm meter. Last one, voltmeter. Last one, ports. Ports are 2 types. One is red color port, one is black color port. Port is nothing but pins. One is common port, one is MAV omega. Common port, you can place a red color wire at one point. That is what, nothing but one fixed point. A black color wire you can place at a desired different instruments. You can check where the current is flowing, where the current is not flowing. By checking all these, you can conclude that suppose one small diode is not working properly, you can remove it and you can replace it so that the instrument works properly. So it is a very good instrument. Suppose your watch is not working properly, if you go to watch center, what watch repairer will do, he will check the each and every instrument with the help of multimeter, whether which instrument is not working properly in that electronic watch, that will be replaced by new one so that he can repair it. This is what a multimeter. This is about in this session we saw current, charge, potential difference, resistance unit, then after multimeter. These are all important definitions. Go through all these definitions in next video. It is already 40 minutes video, so that at a time, if you want to see also you feel bored. Tomorrow I will upload one more session, that is what Ohm's law. Ohm's law, verification of Ohm's law, ohmic conductors, non-ohmic conductors, that is second video. Go through this complete video lecture. Any doubts you write in comment section. All the best. God bless you. Prepare well.